Next up, in chapter 5 of Mastery Meditation, we'll be talking about how meditating is like lifting weights for your brain. And I really love this take on it. It's something that I've brought up in my videos on the channel for a long time. And then like anytime for work, if I can ever find an excuse to give a training around meditation, I will always bring it up in there. I do wish, like, because I've done this for work before, I've tried to figure out like where this idea first came to me, and I couldn't quite nail it down because, a bunch of different people have said it over the years. But I think I got it from Sam Harris. And, if you know who he is, you probably either love or hate that guy. He got really strong points of views on things, but I really like his approach to teaching the meditation practice. And I know he brought it up for sure. And when I was really trying like to learn, on my own meditation practice, I used Sam Harris's Waking Up app like a whole bunch, and then some of his older episodes where he went ahead and talked about it. And I'm pretty sure he brought it up on there. Also, Forrest doesn't bring it up in this section of the book, but something I'll say a lot when I'm doing it for work is how this guy, Matthew Ricard, I think was his name, but he was dubbed like the happiest man in the world, where he was like a guy that was like a professor at a college or something like that, was established in the West. And then in the 70s, he went off to the Himalayas or something to go meditate. And the primary style of meditation that he would do would be metta, or this love and compassion based meditation. So he's up there for years practicing. Then at some point, his colleagues or people from the West reached out to him. They're like, hey, why don't you come back? We'll have you meditate. We want to try to read your brain while you're doing it. And then when he came back and did his meditation and they're reading his brain, they're like, damn, dude, you are like the happiest person in the world. And it essentially just like drives home the point that when you're consciously practicing on bringing up and generating these feelings of love and compassion, that part of the brain gets bigger and it becomes easier for you to generate and feel those feelings. And then kind of like on the negative side of that, right? Like if you're walking around pissed off and angry all the time, when you're strengthening those neural pathways, and in theory, if this stuff is true, it can become easier for you to be mad and angry all the time. So that's a kind of scary part about it. But here, Forrest talks about what he calls the cute baby meditation, where essentially you're going to find a picture of a cute baby and look at it, notice the feelings of, oh, that's so cute. You get all these warm fuzzies in the stomach, and then you just practice continually bringing up that feeling, as you're looking at it. He has some kind of funny things he writes in here. So remember when you were scolded for wasting your time watching videos of cute kittens? Well, the exact opposite is true. The compilation of cute videos and pictures online is perhaps one of the greatest achievements of our modern era. And it's something else that I'll throw in there too, is like, if you're trying to generate these feelings of like, oh, so cute, like, man, kids are the best, and particularly like your own kids. Like one thing I noticed, when after we had our kids, me and my wife, is like, they really change your capacity for love by like a ridiculous amount. Like, of course, I love my parents, I love my wife, I love my brother, I love my friends and stuff like that. But the amount of love you feel towards your kids like trumps everything to a ridiculous amount. Like, gonna get all warm and fuzzy, but they honestly are like the best thing to ever happen to me, right? Kids, family, that shit is the best. A few more things he has to write in here though. Now pick the cutest one for you today. So he talks about grabbing like, you go online, you find various cute things, babies, kittens, whatever. And then you have several of them saved, and then you're going to pick one to do your meditation on. So now pick the cutest one for today. Look at the picture and you should feel an instant awe as you gaze at the cute baby. Hold that feeling in your heart as long as you can. When it slips away, clear your mind, then look at the picture again. That's a very important point when you're doing this practice. Sometimes you're going to be looking at this picture and you kind of lose that sense of that feel. Don't just try to force it, right? Look away, clear your mind, probably like open awareness style or something, I would guess, and then go back to the picture to generate those feelings again. Feel the feeling, hold on to that awe as long as possible, clear your mind, and repeat. Try this for 5 minutes once a day. If you want even more of this loving feeling, try it for 5 minutes several times during the day. He talks about how this grows the left amygdala, actually increases in size because of its constant use. That's right, you are lifting weights for your brain. And then to wrap it up here, and I'm mostly going to read this just to kind of help me sink this deeper into my head for my general background knowledge of, meditation and yogi practices. So this is a practice called Bhakti Yoga. So the yoga with a Bhakti Yoga practice may recognize that he is already performing some of the elements of the cute baby meditation and applying it to his Ishta Devata. Hopefully I said that right. His favorite form of the divine. Bhakti means devotion or loving service. The Bhakti yogi holds his favorite image of a super soul in his mind and focuses on cultivating devotion and love for the divine through this Ishta. The main practice is to hold an image of your Ishta, then direct your love to that Ishta over and over again. When you think about God, the divine, or your higher self, what do you think about? When you call on the highest of the high, whom are you actually calling? For the yogi, the primary answer is often the infinite form of the divine, the super soul consciousness, which is omnipresent, omniscient. I think that's right. And omnipotent. Man, damn, hard to say those words. We can kind of wrap it up there. I got a few more highlights. I'll just run through this and then we'll wrap it up. Who is your favorite? Pick an Ishta Devata and then find a picture which evokes an immediate love, reverence, awe, and inspiration. Look at that picture and feel those awe-like feelings. Hold on to them as long as possible. This becomes weightlifting for your brain. The longer you can hold onto those feelings, the better will be the result. When the awe starts to subside, and he brings up this really good point again, let it go, clear your mind, and try again. All right, that's enough reading for my dyslexic brain today. We'll leave it with that, and until the next video, keep your meditation practice legit